Test, 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 audio test. Alright, how's everybody doing? Well, I hope. So, been a quick minute. Looks like everything's smooth. YouTube, of course, is complaining about how many channels I'm pushing, but the stream looks alright on that channel. Kick is going strong. So, let's get right down to it. So, at the beginning of this stream, what I'm going to show y'all, mainly for new players that get into the game and have no idea how to get cash. I mean, basically selling things for, you know, silver instead of working on gaining gold. Now, the big thing about that is that if you have any intention on crafting to utilize all these materials and everything, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you a lot of silver, and the higher you get, it's gonna go up into gold. So cash flow is a thing. Now, Ashes of Creation, as one of its core systems, is based upon caravans and cargo. So one of the things that you can do at the beginning is take cargo boxes from one area through the newbie tunnels over to the other area. And that's essentially what I'm going to show you tonight. Okay, and this is basically where I started. I took the path that led me over to Hammer. See if I can get this map going. Right, and you should be able to also do something similar down south, if you're not up in this area. You should be able to do something down here also, although I haven't looked into where you can do it. This is basically me covering up north on the northern side of the map in the Dwarven City. And we are starting right there at Hammer Rest. And the other newbie, you know, based upon what path you choose at the beginning, whether or not you go left or right, will lead you over to Bonfire. This is also where we're going to be taking our cargo from. And I'm going to run it just like someone that's, and I'm talking level 1 you're doing this at. That basically you clear either this path right here and get up to Hammer, or this path right here and get over to Bonfire. Either one, doesn't matter where you start. And all we're going to be doing, like I said, is moving stuff from one start area to the next start area. Now, the physical start area where you actually join after the character creation is right in here, right smack dab in the middle of both towns. And so, like I said, I'm over on the Hammer side, and this is after you come up the last lift and you go into the main area. Then this will become familiar, and I'll show you where it is on the other side once we get to that. But essentially, you should look something like, you might have half of this stuff. You're not going to have the carapaces, but your materials is going to be empty. You won't even have this rock here. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and dump that. Because the process I'm going to be taking you through is going to be showing you all this. So after you do, everybody starts out with this bag right here. The resource bag under the materials tab in your inventory. And then you're going to have one more after you do a little mini quest that I currently don't have on this character, but it's basically a bag that is smaller than this. All we need is this one right here. So you don't even have to do that quest and you can start making money. But what you all need to do is once you get either to the left or the right, is come over and find the NPC with this name, the Artisan Commodity Vendor. And he's going to have an interact button. He's going to have a talk, one for talk. You can see him right down here. You got one for that. One for open vendor, which brings up his menu, and one for, you know, talking to him. But we are concerned with these right here. Now, after you sell some of your scrap glint, which you've been collecting to get up to either of these towns, I know that your Sanctus resource bag is probably full of them from killing all the mobs to get up here. Sell it. Just dump it. Dump everything. Get you enough for 3 silver. Come to this guy. And go ahead and add the one quantity. All we need is one to begin with. And go ahead and purchase it. There's a markup because both these towns have taxes. Taxes is a thing in this game. So essentially, at least on this server, at least in the current setting, it's going to cost you 5 silver and 1 copper to get one of these notes. So you go ahead and buy that. Now the other thing that you can do is to, let me see if I remember how to do this. That's over at the art station. After you get one of those, you should be able to come over here. And it's going to tell you what you need to get this box of parts. And so we are going to need fish or carcasses. We're going to take the fishing route. We're going to need 12 lumber and 12 stone. And one of the other things that I wanted to show y'all, I'm actually forgetting how to do it. There's a way that that you can see what this is going to give you, what each of these are going to give you. And I'm just forgetting what it is right now. me the quantity if I hold the shift. Give me a second, I'll figure it out. Okay, there is a way, I forget what it is, to have it tell you basically how much each of these are worth when you actually physically sell them. But that doesn't concern us right now. So first thing we need to do is go get some fish, go get some logs, and go get some rock. And I'm not pre-selecting. Everyone knows how to do it right now. I just showed you how. Now it's just a matter of getting the materials and making you the run through and showing you the path. So if you've been playing for a minute, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll just go do it. For everybody else, go ahead and hang around. What the hell is that? Oh. For a minute there, it sounded like a goblin. I'm like, there ain't no goblins over here. So with your new tools that you get, once you do your crafting quest, that gives you all the tools, or you can buy them. I just do the quest because they give you a full set of you know, newbie axe, a pick, a pole. They give you all this stuff here to start out with. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we need to get, like I said, those logs. And for you, it's going to be real easy. You're going to get mainly, you know, with zero skill, you're going to get all gray. But I'm going to actually take the time, walk you through it, so you get an idea of how long it's going to take you. I am not going to use my mount to carry more than one. We're going to start out like we've got nothing going on. And there goes the leg for the server. God, I hate when they do this. I'm going to have to log out and log back in. They need some optimization, some network optimization on this thing. Things coming into loading into your area drag the system down. And then you take a major FPS hit. Okay, but here's what we're looking for as far as the logs. All you need are the gray. We got a gray ticket. We're going to fill the order with gray material. If I got a green ticket, I'm going to fill it with green material. If I got a blue ticket, blue material, and so on. That's to get the full value price of bringing it from one town to the next town. To get the full price, whatever color the ticket is, all the materials that go into it, and that packing bench that I showed you that I opened up that told us where to get these resources from. Colors gotta match for you to get full value of doing it. So making one or two more trips with gray items, which are real easy to farm at level, you know, nothing. You can just go out and farm a ton of those with no issues. And this leg is not gonna relent. All right, give me a second, because I can't play it like this. And you may or may not experience issues inside the game with this. I do. One of my friends does. So it's an optimization thing. It's a server-side thing. It's a, how do we get people from all over the world that are playing on the server synced issue. And some patches, it rears its ugly head more than others. But if you do ever run into that, all you gotta do is go to the character login screen and log back in. And you'll see here in a second what I'm talking about. So we're teaching about the crates, and I'm giving you a hint on how to refresh when your FPS takes a dip. Now I'm talking from going like 100 down to like 10 is what it's probably doing. And see, now, no issues. Okay, the other thing, like this thing is a juvenile mountain lion 3. You don't even need to go over to where he's at. I mean, you should be able to handle him, but you don't have to mess with any kind of mobs. And we're essentially still in the newbie area, and when you start out, you basically got a non-PvP flag, so you can go around and go wherever you want. Not have to worry about anybody ganking you. So it's not even a concern. Likewise, it's not a concern for when you're going around with these crates on your back. Now at higher levels, yeah, it will be a concern. People could gank you if they wanted to start something. You may or may not lose your crate that you've worked so hard to get. It's a part of the game mechanics. But cool thing about the path I'm going to show y'all is it's full of guards. There are guards all over the damn place. And all you got to do if someone is flagged, is attacking you, is run by a guard, and the guard will kill his ass. Okay, and where I am going to go is right down here, and I'm going to fish right in that river. The fishing is probably the longest part of this process. You know, where we either had to have some meat, you know, either a carcass like a raven carcass or something like that you might have seen, or fish. Fish is the easiest, so we're going to work with fish. But along the way, I mean, you can be getting a bunch of resources. So I can keep, even though I've already got 12, I can get another 12 for the return trip. And it doesn't matter what kind of logs you got. It takes any kind. Just make sure you use all gray. Like I got 2 different types of logs right here. 2 away from getting the 24. And trees are all over the place. The stone that you can mine, probably one of the best places is right up over here. They got ravens and stuff, you know, like this guy's level 6. So if you're low level, you probably don't want to go here. You probably want to hang out at the, you know, closer to the gate. But you can dodge them. And the other thing that can do is those ravens can give you the that corpse or carapace that you know, so you can either get it from that or you can get it from the fish. I was doing that funky draw again. A quick second here, guys. Yeah, you can hear how my UI is dragging ass right now. What I am gonna do is, there's a terrain distance. Go ahead and stick that one on high. Maybe that will help things. Go ahead and lower. You can play with these settings also. One thing I will mention though is when you go into your graphic settings in the option menu, this one right here, this global illumination is going to be set to, you know, high, epic, whatever it is. Stick the sucker on medium. And that usually fixes the issue. Yeah, I still got the leg going on here. This is killing me, boyos. Want to stream and help people play this game, and then the game wants to act like this. Not a good showcase, right? If you have a tank of a system, if you're running a, you know, the 5090, something like that, if you're running top end stuff, you got, you know, 32 gig. You shouldn't have issues with this. I shouldn't have issues like this. Not run a 5 series, but I'm not slouching either. Even in the main menu here, it's still acting up. One more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn DLSS off right now. Got the cat jumping up on my desk. He had all day to mess with me. And the settings I did have for my graphics were optimized in the last time that I played. I'd say about 6 days ago, I wasn't having any issues. I mean, I was coming into here and it was like this, you know. Okay, so this guy, that was a skill that you can use, and you'll either get a mount or you'll get the carapace and the meat from those. Like I said, we want to stick to the fish. Fish are the easiest to do. And just on the way down to the river here, we're gonna mine a bunch of rock. And just above, outside the town's right there, or not the town, it's like an outpost. There's Hammer right there, and we're right next to Hammer Rest Trades Outpost. And that bonfire just right outside its town, right around the lake. It's got rockin' trees all over the place over there too. Okay, so nothing's going in my lumberjacking, but is going into this one. But I'll show you guys that you don't need anything else. So there's a place for my rock, and I can get up to 20 rock. And if I didn't have this in there, I'd have enough for 40 rock. And honestly 60 rock, and then our fish could go right here in these two. It takes up 2 slots. So we'll just keep mining some of this rock. And you notice that there's no mobs over here. And this isn't the only area that you have to go. You don't have to go where that guy is fighting stuff over there. You can just stay up around here. And just look for the rock by the cliff sides. And right next to the road here, we got some more rock. Like I said, when you start out, if you do all the quests, you'll have 2 bags. You'll have one that's this big, and then you'll have one that's a little bit smaller. That if you had stuff like this, you could put it in there. This right here, the basalt and the granite, both of those will work. Come on now. What are we doing here? Fight me? What are you doing, game? Game's got jokes right now. Wow. They really need to fix this. This is crazy. I'll see that. And that's not because I'm streaming. I'll get the same effect playing the game sometimes. That was pretty bad though. Right, so we're almost at 20 right here. We're at 20. I'll go ahead and leave it right there. like I said, all you need is 12. You need 12 logs and you need 12 stone. So double that is the 24 I've been talking about. And then you need 5 fish. So for 2 crates, we'll need 10 fish. We'll go down and get some fish now. And by this time, you should also have your mount. So if you want to call your mount, already on my mount, and then it will whistle. Okay, now what I can do is I can take the quick way down, jump off, make sure you don't miss the middle. You know, if you do that, don't land on the rocks. But just basically came from all the way the hell up there down to where I need to fish. Jump off my mount there. Then you just come by this river right here, or by the lake on the other end. Just go ahead and fish. Now your fishing is in the artisan skill for gathering. Got your mining, your lumberjacking, got your fishing. That shows you the points. And then under skill book, you know, where you always select all your spells and your weapon skills. If you go down here, you've got this stuff right here. Go down to fishing, and you got this one right here. Drag that over your toolbar. That's what you want to be using. Go ahead and throw a number 6 at it. He'll go ahead and start to fish. Now you can do about 15-20 minutes worth of AFK fishing if you want to. You know, if you're in a safe zone like I am right now, you know, where nothing's gonna happen to you. You could go grab a cup of coffee, something to eat, something to snack. Let it do its thing for like 15 minutes or so and come back to it. If you're going to run crates, I would recommend doing some AFK fishing. My skill isn't that bad. It's actually fairly decent. So every cast I should be pulling a fish. And like I said, for 2 crates, 1 for hammer and then 1 to make in a bonfire, all I need are 10 fish, 5 per crate. And you can use other colors and lower color crates, but it's going to degrade the value. You can't like put 1 green in a gray crate, which is at a lower level, and expect the crate to be green. It's going to downgrade it to the whatever color it is. So if you want to go for green, you'd want all green resource items. like this right here. I've got 3 fish total, and I can use all 3 fish for what I'm doing here. But this green one's going to could very well be my ISP acting up. I usually don't mess around with it until way early in the morning, so. All right, we'll give it another shot. But as I was saying, is we're going to be doing these first couple crates until we get the mount. We're going to be going like this slow. But it's worth it. It's the easiest way to make cash. And then once you get the mount, then you don't have to ever walk that slow again. So let's go ahead and get back to it. Get some fish here. And give me a quick second and I'll be right back. Right, how many fish I got? Halfway there right now. I'm starting to think it's my my ISP is acting up. Swear to God, you pay $100 a month for something that's supposed to be at a certain level, and it's not. Makes shit real difficult to get things done. So if you're watching this on YouTube, float over to Kick and watch it on Kick. Kick's not having issues. YouTube is bitching, as usual. All right, what we got? We got 7 and 1 right now. This is gonna, now being brand new, this is gonna take you a little bit longer. And the reason why I say that had to swing the weapon, didn't you? Is the gathering right here. If you notice, my fishing skill right now is at level 8. And you can try different spots to fish from. If one area is not doing so hot, you might want to move up or down river, move around the lake. Got a boat, you can go in the middle of the lake. But yours, when you start out, all these are going to be basically zero. You're not going to have anything in them. It's still the quickest way to make gold. And I'm not talking silver. I'm not talking copper. I'm talking gold. Big money. And I don't think that there's a lot of people that know about the crate system. How it works, what to do, where to go, who to talk to, what to get. Alright, so I don't bore you all to death, we got 10 gray fish right now. And like I said, you got plenty of room up here. So I've got extra room, and I've already got enough for 2 crates. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna hop on my mount. And we've got to go back up where I jumped off right there. Now we got to get back up there, which means got to go around the side. Basically over here in the upper right-hand corner, we got to go down there, go up this road, and then go up to Hammer. But basically, you get the you get that mount, and you're going to go from going this fast, going this fast when you're delivering your crates. So it will make a difference. And like I said, all you need is like, I'd go ahead and go with 2 gold. I'd make enough for 2 gold. It's basically going to cost you a little over 1 gold piece to get that aardvark mount if you're up here in the north. Same thing with the pack mule. And basically you buy it off a vendor. I'll show you when we get up there where that vendor is. Just in case you've already got a handle and don't need a handhold on how to do this. I'll show you where that mount is. And you gotta train him. That takes 30 minutes to train him. So while he's training, you can be fishing. I'm building up a stockpile in fish. One of the other reasons why I go with the split that I went with, where I got the mining satchel and the lumberjack satchel. Inside of here, you can hold 43 instead of just 20. Then if you got a bunch of resources that you already harvested, that you already got in your packs, easily make 5 gold, 6 gold in an hour if you already have all the harvesting done. Right. Looks like the YouTube ingest server has cleaned up its act. But that guy right there, herbalism vendor, is where you get that mount from. Jump off here real quick and show y'all. So you talk to this guy, you go to the materials, and he also has satchels for herbalism satchel. Each vendor is going to have their perspective satchel. See, like this horse costs 3 gold, totally attainable. You can be riding a full speed horse. I mean, I'd tame my own, but whatever. So one of the things that you would want to do is get you this right here. That's going to cost you 51 copper. That's not the objective though. That's nothing. That's selling glint. You can get that. Where you're going to need the gold is when you come over here, go down to Beast of Burden. I should say Crate Mule, excuse me. And train Daystrider Crate Mule, which is the Aardvark. You go to add it. The one that we just purchased from the herbalism vendor over there. You go ahead and add that. And then it's going to cost you 75 silver to train this sucker. So you start the job, and it says it's going to take 30 minutes to get her done. And you don't have to stand here for 30 minutes. You can go do other shit. So while that thing's cooking, after you get enough gold, you can be harvesting and building up your resources. So now that we've got that, go ahead and dismiss mount. Don't need him anymore. But before you get that mount, you're going to need to go back and forth between hammer and bonfire as a brand new character to make your gold. And what I just spent on that mount is essentially 2 round trips. So two round trips from hammer to bonfire, back to hammer, back to bonfire, back to hammer. But like I said at the very beginning, you talk to this guy right here, you get one of those. Now, the commodity certificate that you buy from this guy is only good if you go somewhere else, like bonfire. So I can sell this that I do here to bonfire. Then I gotta talk to the guy over at bonfire, get a bonfire certificate, come back over to hammer to sell it to hammer. You find you this station right here, settlement commodity station. You go ahead and add that. Then you go ahead and add all your pieces. You can hold down your shift key and right click, and it will add a stack. Go to the wood. And we got 14 of those logs, and we got 10 of those logs. So I'm going to start with these logs. Whoops. Wrong key. Hold down the shift and hold down the shift. Now I got 12. I submit that. Likewise, go to the rock. Put that rock in there and put some of that rock in there. Okay, now I've got enough to craft it. It's going to cost me one silver and 50 copper. Go ahead and craft it. And it throws it on my back. So now we are limited to going this fast. Now here's the thing. Is if I die with this on my back, it drops to the ground. So if you got a buddy that can hang out on the server, so if you go LD, if you disconnect, or if you get killed or something like that, someone can watch it on the ground and you can just get back in there and go ahead and pick it up. The only way to get into these crates right here, okay, that I just made from this station over here on the left, is if I got one of those right there. If I got a crowbar, I can open these boxes and take the stuff inside of it. If I don't have one of these, the only thing I can do is maybe pick up that box and get flagged. If I pick up the corruption system in the game, it's checks and balances. Someone can pick up your crate, but they're going to get flagged for PvP, which is why you want your buddy hanging out next to you, so when that guy goes, when he flags for PvP, you know, your buddy can kill him. But until then, if we don't disconnect, that's going to be on my back. And I'm going to be going this fast. Now, like I said, you can sprint. So I can sprint, but that also takes stamina. You can see my yellow bar going down on my my health bar. So I can sprint and I can stop sprinting. Wait for it to regenerate. I'm going to get up here next to the lift. Get on this lift. Also, I want to bring up, don't go by the edges of the lift. You can fall down there. And then all we want to do is take this crate that we just made and go from here, follow the path all the way back to where you first spawned in, and go out the other way. So if you're at bonfire, you need to do this in the opposite direction, go to hammer. If you're at hammer, you go from hammer, go through this tunnel system out to bonfire. That's the path. Just go back and forth and back and forth, back and forth, making gold all day, every hour on the hour. Easiest way to do this. At the very beginning, without that mount, this is how fast y'all are going to be going. And then when your bar fills up to 100%, you can go ahead and sprint again. Okay, this is also how you can outrun mobs. You know, if they're a little bit too much for you, you can go ahead and outrun them by trying to sprint away from them, get outside their aggro range. Being a new character, going back and forth and back and forth, I want the mobs to attack me. That's XP. That gets me my level. That gets me my skills. That makes me stronger. So going back and forth, you can have this on your back and you can go ahead and attack every damn thing in the tunnel going out. So basically grinding XP and making money at the same time. The only downside is when you start, you're walking. I would not recommend using the mount. As a matter of fact, let me show you what happens when you use the mount. Your mount goes this fast. Even if you sprint, he goes this fast. That is slower than what you can do when you're dismounted and I sprint. There's normal and there's sprinting. So we've got all these mobs that I can go ahead and start attacking. so I can get loot and I can get XP while I got this sucker on my back. And there's the dull glint I was talking about, which I'm sure that you've got enough when you get out to hammer or bonfire. Now, in this tunnel system, the only thing that's going to aggro right now, and I don't know if it's because this is the way they got set up, they just haven't had any others that will aggro. These guardians, these clay guardians are the only thing that are going to attack you. So go ahead and build up your XP. By killing everything along your path. Unlike fishing, this actually has, you can have a dual standard, a dual purpose. You know, you can be fighting and doing this, building up your skill and your level, while you're making gold at the same time. Later on, when you get the mount, you can just run through these guys and bypass them if you don't need the XP. Get some more glint. Get a stack of 10 glint. That's a silver piece. That silver piece will pay for your tickets for these crates. Plus, you can get stuff like this, the recipes and all that business. You can get actual loot off of these guys. Stand in the circle, noob. That was a heal. You wanted to be in that circle to get healed. It would have put you at full health if you had stayed in that yellow circle. And the reason why I'm not using my mount right now is because I want you all to see how long it takes and what it's going to involve you to make your first couple of gold pieces before you get that mount. You get that mount and you'll be going through this in minutes. Like I said, everything around here, the only thing that aggroes are those golems. We're back up to 100% stamina, so we're gonna run again. We're gonna run until that's all the way down to 0. And we're gonna stop running, let it recharge. And the stamina bar is right down here. On yours it might be, I think the default's in the upper left hand corner. But all I'm referring to is, see where this says 97, 102, 107. That's what I mean by stamina bar. Go ahead and run again. Then the other thing you can do along the way is any waypoints that come up, like this right here. I'm currently bound to the one at the top of the those lifts. But what I can do is along the way I can go ahead and attune. So if I'm not close to something, say for whatever reason, you know, I died and my pack fell to the ground, all I need to do is go right back over there, and I'll be, you know, seconds, minutes away from my pack. Yeah, and these are the air guys. Now, like I said, also is you can be going this fast on your mount. This is about how fast you're going to be going, a little bit faster on that mount that we got cooking for 30 minutes. Now at the beginning, you're only going to get half of what you're going to be able to get once you get that mount. And then every time after that you do it, if you're using the mount, you can move 2 crates at once. And like you see me doing right here, you can do it solo. And this is how you make gold as a noob safely in the game at the beginning, when you don't have, you have copper in your inventory. Not all these are attacking me because of my level, but there's some that just, they aggro. Doesn't matter what level you are, they try and take you on. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw the auto walk on, because right now this is probably the safest leg of the journey, going over to Bonfire from here. There shouldn't be anything along this route that's gonna attack you unless you attack it, even as a new player. Coming from Hammer to here, these all these clay golems, they'll attack you. They got a chance to aggro. Over on the other side, the Minotaurs, they're not going to attack you unless you attack them. The other reason why I say this is the safest, quickest route is we've been passing guards this entire time. So until I think was it like level 4 or level 6 that you go hot for PvP, you lose your newbie status. It's not going to matter, because as soon as if someone attacked me and I was right here, and as soon as that person that attacked me flagged up for PvP and started attacking me, that guard would start hacking on him. But like I said, safest route, and you don't have to use tickets, you don't have to use vouchers, you can use silver. So you use actual cash to buy the ticket, get the crate, sell the crate, and they give you silver and gold. And you all saw how long it took to get this one crate and mine enough resources, fish enough fish, get enough trees, how long that took us for 2 trips, for basically 1 round trip. 1 round trip is going to give me about 50 silver. So 2 round trips going to give me a gold piece. That's with 1 crate. As soon as I get that mount in 30 minutes, I can do this in minutes. It's not going to take this long. You know, if you could sprint the entire way there, that's about how long it would take you. And actually, it's even faster than that. That pack mule goes faster than I can sprint. Not by much, but it does go faster. And then you can also use the mount sprint to get away from mobs if you don't want to fight nothing. When you get attacked, you can just sprint out of their aggro zone. So I am gonna blame tonight's fiasco up and see my YouTube, the ingest server is screwing up again. Not liking the handshake, and like I said, Kick is fine. Kick's not having any issues that I can see. I think it had a little bit of a hiccup at one time where it slowed down but didn't DC. But the issues I have been having, I'm thinking, are my ISP. Yeah, and you can swim and climb and jump with these crates on your back. But I am not going to blame the game 100% for the issues that I'm having with my network. I'm going to put the blame on my ISP for some reason. They're acting shit up. And here's another stone we can bind to. So as I'm going along, all I'm doing is binding to these. These things right here, these rock lanes, at lower levels you will aggro them, but their aggro radius isn't that far. It's nowhere near what it is for the clay golems. So basically, if you just stay down the center, just walk like I'm walking right now, you can go through this entire area without fighting. So if you just want to, you know, get the money as quick as possible, if you don't have the time to burn. Not that it takes much time anyway, but this is how you do it. Pretty much we are coming up to the end of this. Real close to bonfire. It really hasn't taken all that long. I mean, to me it's not that long. And then if you're fighting everything along the way to get XP, you're definitely not going to notice how long it's taken, because you're essentially playing the game, but you're doing two things at once. Actually, three things. You're crafting, you're making money, and you're getting adventure experience. Need to look at my map, make sure I'm heading the right way. Almost went over into the corner over there. And again, once you get that mount trained up and that 30 minutes tick away, it's going to go a hell of a lot faster, and you're going to be making a lot more gold a lot more quicker, because you can do 2 crates at once, and you're going to be going faster than this the entire damn way. So maybe you make, if you did this right here, maybe you make 1 or 2 gold. You're making like 5 or 6 gold if you got that mount. YouTube is chopping the hell out of my one video, and I don't care. That's why I started streaming on Kick, because YouTube is just POS. Papa Oscar Sierra. A lot less features on Kick. Can't stream in 4K on Kick. But I do have the widescreen enabled. That's why y'all see that 810p and not 1024s, because I want widescreen. But it is pushing 7.1 channels. And that's what YouTube is complaining about right now tonight, which is kind of funny. Because it's complaining about how much data I'm pushing through. And likewise, I said my ISP was having some issues, so that's part of the issue I'm having with that ingest server over there, which basically makes the feed unwatchable. Like right now, it's stalled out. I'm looking at the screen right now, and one of the feeds is totally stalled out. Right back up to 100% again, so we're gonna sprint. Might make it to the mouth of the cave here. You can see it right there. That right there is bonfire. That's where we're going. Likewise, as a new player, for whatever half you didn't do or are doing, you can do it at the same time. As far as questing goes, you know, talking to the NPCs and getting their quests, and doing it basically for both sides, so you can get that XP too. And chalk this up to my ISP acting funky as shit now. Nothing I can do about that. That's somebody else's realm and scope. But basically go right through the center of town here. Right directly where you see Assassin run off from, there's the bank. And just to the right of the bank, over here, the guy that we want to talk to. And you notice that now right shift is available. Sell crate. So there's the current cash that we got right now is 38.82. We go ahead and sell this crate. We're going to get 24.44 from it. And then we're going to talk to this guy. Buy one of his gray certificates, which is going to cost us 5 silver. Right now we're up to 63. When your pack mule levels up, that's how much you're carrying. That's how much money you can make. And then you can, from this guy, you can buy one of those, one of those, one of those, and make like 2 or 3 gold per trip. Per trip, not a round trip, per trip. But as a brand new player, yeah, start somewhere. Then we come over here. Here's the commodity station for bonfire. And we do the same thing. We add the bonfire certificate. And then I've got another 5 fish left. Got another 12 wood. Because we harvested all this over in Hammer. And we got another 12 of those. And it's going to cost us 1 silver, 50 copper for that. And lock us with another crate on our back, so we're going nice and slow again. And then all you do is you walk back to Hammer. And you just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, making gold. And then when you get that mount, you can walk up to him and it says right shift. So if I right shift, now that crate is on him. Go ahead and mount up on him. Now I'm doing it this fast. That's why I wanted to walk first, because if you would have seen this mount right off the bat, you would have been like, damn, that's slow. That ain't slow. That ain't slow like we were walking, right? And then if you want it on your back again, you can take it off your mount. Do not disappear your mount with a crate on the back of them. Make sure you don't hit that key and dismiss your mount. Don't do that when he's got a crate. I'm almost, well, I'm going to say 99.9999% sure that it will just drop to the ground. Then you'll have to recall the mount. Put one on the back. But that's how you do 2 at once. You call your mount, you put one crate on him, you make another crate, it puts it on your back, and then you jump on your mount. Now likewise, over here, I think it was down in this area. Let me double check that. There should be an area that you can fish in around here. Nope. But anyway, you see this right here and how much area you got to go looking for a spot to fish. And if push comes to shove, you know, you could go down in here. This is a higher level area though. Wouldn't recommend it. So I would do all your fishing over by Hammer. That's actually where I'd kick it off from because all the resources are real close. Now, as far as the rocks and the lumber, this side of the house has got a lot of freaking rocks all over the damn place. So if you do your rocks over here, fill up your resource pack with the rocks over here, then the rest of your bag can be all fish and all lumber. I would actually look for the vendor that sells these and get you a mine satchel and a lumberjack satchel, because those are the two items that you're gonna, or the two bags that you're gonna need the most. You have your main bag, you can put all your fish up in here, and then you can put 43 rock in here, plus these. Now these right here, if I don't want these, I can just run them over to the bank and put them in the bank. Then they're not my pack, and I can come back over here and get more of this stuff. And that's all you do. You go back and forth, making your gold, getting your XP, killing the mobs. And hope that helps. And that's about it for this one. I am going to call this, since my streams are acting up the way they're acting. And like I said, I'll post to YouTube if do this all again and record it if I don't have a valid stream file on one of these servers. But y'all have a good one. Take it easy. Peace.